So firstly, I'd like to welcome you all. I'm just so delighted and honored to be here with Tamra Oviatt, whom so many of you know probably so much better than I do, with her incredible sacred activations and amazing healing skills. And what I absolutely love about Tamra is she's so grounded and practical and loving and open-hearted and just such a generosity of heart and spirit. So it's just so delightful to be here and to be doing these sacred activations. And part of what we're doing today then is this mini sacred sexual healing activation for our telewebinar that is coming up this Saturday, as we move much deeper into that and we move into deeper levels of intimacy with ourselves and deeper levels of intimacy with others. And part of then the work that I bring through with that is what I call the golden rose healing. And the golden rose is symbolic then of the Christoph Sophia light codes. And the Christoph Sophia light codes is really the energy of Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, Jesus. And it's just an overlighting that flows through us as we just deepen into the magnificence and love and intimacy with self. And with that too, then we can move also into not only the clearing work, but into greater levels of alignment to our own soul light and to the expression of communication and sharing and love that we have in all our relationships as we've cleared or continue to clear really what comes up with us rather quickly. And I know today one of the big focuses that we're going to be having or what we're going to be doing is we're working quite a lot with that sacral sexual energy, but also the wounds around that and the wounds around intimacy, or even just actually deepening into the womb of creation and the experience of that into just the incredible appreciation of ourselves, and also into the appreciation of our own sexual organs and our beautiful vagina and our magical penis and all these aspects of ourselves that just make us who we are as these incredible sacred flames of divinity. I'm going to put you through to Tamra for a minute, where she can chat a little bit about part of the work that she does too.
Hi, everybody. For you that don't know me, my name is Tamra Oviatt, and I'm the founder of Sacred Activations. This is a God-given talent that came to me in 2012. It's very powerful, shifts you super fast. It could really kick your butt, and you might be screaming and yelling at me a couple days later. But then a few days after that, you've noticed how much you've shifted and how much better you feel, and then you're going to love me again. So just a little bit of a warning. I've been wanting to do a webinar. I just did a relationship webinar, and I offered bonuses of orgasm activations and these different activations. But I really wanted to do also a sacred sexuality webinar because, you know, we are magical. We are beautiful beings. We're the temples of God. And so many people have so many wounds around sex. And men that aren't able to keep an erection, you know, a lot of that is usually from guilt that they've experienced for the way they've used or the way they felt they've hurt people in the past. I mean, of course, a lot of people say, oh, it's health reasons, but anything that shows up in the physical already started in the emotional. And that's where it comes into the physical. And then with women not being or carrying guilt around because of the way they were when they were younger. I mean, I have a friend of mine, her vagina closed up and she wasn't able to have sex, and she used to have a lot of sex when she was younger. So I know she was carrying a lot of guilt around that, and it affected her. And really, we are temples of God. You know, we are temples, and we're supposed to really honor ourselves. And to me, my belief system is just, if you go around having sex with everyone, that's really an empty feeling. I mean, sure, you might, you know, enjoy it in the moment, but how do you feel later? You know, I learned that years ago, that after having sex, and not really knowing someone, I didn't feel good afterwards. Plus, you're taking on all their DNA and all their belief systems and stuff when you engage that way. And we really should honor and respect ourselves. And by doing that is making love with someone that you love, that you feel good about. I don't believe you have to be married or have a piece of paper, but I do believe that you need to have a commitment. At least that's for me. And so it's about honoring and respecting ourselves. And I'm going to do an activation today, but Saturday, I'm really going to get into this. And I'll probably be running like 10 activations at least on this. And what I'll be doing is installing them, and 1 or 2 will be running at the time. And then a couple days later, a couple weeks later, when those have integrated, then the next ones will start. And so the work I'm going to do on Saturday will continue working with you for even a couple months. Healing and changing and activating belief systems and men that don't feel like they're good enough. You know, I mean, the G-spot's only in this far. How big do you need to be? You know what I mean? And that's a belief system. And if you're feeling good about yourself and your manliness, it doesn't matter what size your penis is. You know, it's about coming together in love and creating. And the sexual energy is really the most powerful creative energy on this planet. So if you're having some self-love or something and you reach that point of orgasm, make sure you throw up a manifestation of something you desire to create for yourself or someone else. Because it's just, again, it's a really super powerful energy. And I believe that's why the churches and stuff would always say, you know, you're only supposed to have sex when you're creating babies, because that separation belief of not really having people come into their power. So I'm going to go super deep into all of that and do a lot of clearing on Saturday. I think it's up to a 2-hour webinar. And you guys know what happens to me when I even do a half-hour webinar, what we do. So just wait. In between me and Anrita, we're going to do some major shifts for you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Tamra. So I think what would be nice is that we can just do a few minutes of a sacred-based setting, just centering ourselves and coming together, and then we can just move into a little bit of these sacred sexual healing activations. And of course, this is really also essentially about the relationship that we have with ourselves, because, you know, it's about loving ourselves first. And as we just appreciate and celebrate ourselves, then we release that sense of validation and approval from others, but also it's that recognition of feeling and sensing our own sacred sexual energy. Because as we journey along this beautiful path of love, what happens is, as we deepen our connection to God and our own loving soul energy, is the Kundalini energy and the tantric energies within the body also start to activate. And we'll see the Kundalini often just catches at the sacral chakra. And that's what some people talk about as a Kundalini emergency. So what happens within the sacral then is often it's stuck with a lot of false beliefs and judgments that we have experienced or played out along the karmic timelines to know ourselves as love. And so we release then a lot of those old false beliefs that may be all men just want sex, or all women just want money, or whatever those false beliefs might be. Because after some time, when we realize that those are just, that we all at the soul, just beautiful loving souls, and although gender separates us, gender actually brings us together too, because it's the soul energy of love that we can experience and see in the knowing of actually how similar we truly are. And what's so lovely now is that we see too just such a rise of the divine feminine and such a rise too of the divine masculine, not only within ourselves in the sacred alchemical marriage, but actually in much more conscious relationships that we can choose with partners, instead of having to act and react and play out and have all these games. You know, it's just coming back into honoring ourselves and loving ourselves. And such a huge part of that too is actually just appreciation of our beautiful sacred vaginas, of our beautiful penises. And, you know, just as part of such a natural part of every body part and organ, and just appreciating ourselves so very, very deeply. So let's just start with a few minutes of breath. What I find is that the breath just increases the frequency of the body. And we'll just do that for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to do a small sacred circle connecting us through the energy of the heart and then through the breath. And I will start with just one of these sacred sexual healing activations, and then we'll move back to Tamra. So we just take a few minutes just to center ourselves and see how we're all feeling today. You know, sometimes as we just tune into our bodies and tune into how we're feeling, we can see the areas of discomfort or feel the areas of discomfort within ourselves. So we're going to just breathe that through the body, through the breath, and just center ourselves more deeply into the conscious awareness of our loving heart, into our own magnificence and light. So this breathing, what we do is that we're breathing deep, we're breathing through the nose, and we breathe out through the nose or mouth. And as we breathe in, we expand the lower abdomen, and as we breathe out, we contract the lower abdomen. And we just start to move our bodies with maybe our neck, our back. Often we hold a lot of the tension along the upper back and the lower back, and we just sort of move our body from side to side and backwards and forwards. And if it feels right as well, we can start to do some little bit of shaking, shimmy movements are one of the easiest ways that we can actually release old cellular patterns and stuck energy within the body. We can kind of just do a little bit of a shake, a shimmer, just move ourselves around and just be in our bodies, just be grounded and centered as we're just doing this breath for a moment. Breathing in love and breathing out love. We just have a sense of our feet on the ground and connecting into the energy of the earth too, into the crystal heart of Mother Earth, just feeling and sensing that loving energy of groundedness and our connection too as we ground into the energy of the earth. And as we do this breathing, what we're doing is that we're actually connecting into what we call the unity grid of divine love. And this is a grid of light that it embraces us all in the field of love. And it's an invisible net of love and light that is within us and around us. And it connects us into what we call the I am avatar consciousness of light. So we're in this space of just connecting as one heart and one love. And as we do this now, we have a sense of this beautiful golden rose just ignite within our loving hearts. And it just takes us now into just tuning in with one another, as just connecting in this beautiful group as one heart and one love, and connecting energetically to all those listening to this recording, all those live with us now. Just start to feel that energy with one another. We breathe in love and breathe out love. And if there are any areas of tension within the body, any areas of great discomfort, any emotions that are coming up, maybe of anger, sadness or pain, what we want to do is breathe in and hold the breath for as long as you can, and then just release it. And that releasing breath, what it's doing is that it's actually just taking those emotions and shifting them through the body as we just hold and release. And if it feels right for you or comfortable for you, I'm going to suggest that you also add what we call the anal and vaginal muscle contractions, because this will just start to enhance the experience and bring a deeper sense of the healing tantric frequencies within ourselves. Start to activate that through the Kundalini and tantric channels. And I'll talk a little bit later about where they are as we move deep into that. But for now, what we're going to do is just breathe in love, hold the breath And at the same time as we hold the breath, we just contract the vaginal and anal muscles, and as we breathe out, we relax the vaginal and anal muscles.
Anrita, can you mute all again? Somebody keeps unmuting themselves. And I can all unmute myself when you do that.
There we go. Is that okay? All right, wonderful. Okay, good. So from that space of love, we simply invoke all that we need in this moment to experience the sacred sexual healing activations. And I'm going to just take us through a very short activation and invocation for a moment if we just center ourselves. And this activation is going to link this beautiful golden rose within our loving hearts into igniting this golden rose within the sacral chakra, just for this moment. And what we're going to do there within the sacral chakra is that we're actually just going to, for a moment, work with any genital issues that we have, any sexual or fertility problems, or any rigidity that we may have, and or perceived sense of isolation. And it also starts to work the hips and the sacroiliac, any areas that we have there between the lower back and the hips and the sacral and the vagina and the penis. And as I'm doing this for a few minutes, we'll just move into silence as I just deepen into that frequency and energy. And if you like, you can just continue this breathing. You can just breathe in love, breathe out love. And as you're breathing in, you're contracting the vaginal and anal muscles. And as you're breathing out, you're relaxing the vaginal and anal muscles. And from this space and place of love, we ask to simply accept, appreciate, and honor ourselves in our magnificence and light. And we can take a moment also to energetically place our hands upon our loving hearts as we say to ourselves, I love you. Giving our full names now. I love you. I love you. Just coming into the heart of love. From the space and place of love, I deepen into my intimate heart, loving myself, loving my body, loving all that I am as I walk this path of love. I let my sacred vagina know how deeply I appreciate this intimacy and connection to the beautiful, sacred, sexual energies that I experience with myself and in relationship with others. From this space and place of love, I let my magical penis know how much I appreciate it, love it, and celebrate it as we are one. And I feel my body as the temple of light. Every cell in my body is vibrating to the frequency of God consciousness, to the frequency of love. As I put my hands upon my heart, my left hand upon my heart, and my right hand upon my sacral or my genitals, I release any false beliefs or judgments I may have about myself, from body image to not being good enough, to not being worthy enough, to not being all that I want to be. Where I am right now, I deepen into the pleasure of my sacred sexual energy. I experience great levels of joy and pleasure and expanded creativity. And with this, I simply bless my genitals as I continue to breathe in love and breathe out love. On my in-breath, I contract my vaginal or anal muscles, and on the out-breath, I relax my vaginal and anal muscles. I breathe in love, I breathe out love. This beautiful golden rose ignites within my sacral chakra. It takes me deep into this reunion of hearts, of my divine masculine and divine feminine spirit. As I see my divine masculine spirit to the right of me and my divine feminine spirit to the left of me, I merge these two aspects of myself into a greater level of wholeness, appreciation, acceptance, surrender, and love. From the space and place of love, the Kundalini and Tantric energies ignite. I have a sense of the primary Kundalini channel igniting and activating from the perineum center, flat piece of skin in front of the anus. And as I contract my vaginal or anal muscles, energy pushes into the base chakra, into the sacral. From the sacral, I release any genital issues, sexual or fertility problems, rigidity, isolation, hip, sacroiliac problems. as this beautiful, sacred, sexual healing energy continues to ignite to the solar plexus and into the heart. I find myself deepening into my loving heart, deepening into surrender, intimacy, connection through this beautiful golden rose, through my beautiful loving heart. As it continues to the throat, to the third eye, to the crown chakra, I find myself in the ability to express, to perceive, to know my worth, to know my magnificence, unrelated to my body's size, shape, or shortcomings. I am a flame of divinity, walking the path of love. From this space and place of love, I have a sense of the tantric channels ignite and activate. From the feet chakra, at the inside of the legs, to the base of the penis or the G-spot, up the front of the body and out to my nipples. As I breathe in love and I breathe out love, I move deeper into my sensual, sacred, healing, loving, sexual energy. I allow this energy flow to move my body backwards and forwards and side to side, rocking my base and sacral chakra, moving backwards and forwards and from side to side, as this beautiful golden rose extends around me now into a beautiful golden sphere of light, of unity, of love. I am safe. I am protected. I am loved. I am appreciated. I am celebrated. I continue to place my left hand upon my loving heart and my right hand upon my sacral or my genitals, just feeling to my body, to my experiences, just simply loving myself as a magical, innocent child, birthing my golden child, birthing into the next level of my soul's blossoming, magnificence, light, and intimacy. And so it is. And so it is. Inosoa ia kina sia ia inkaino koa. And this last breath now I suck in as though sucking in through a straw and blowing out. This ignites into my anticorona, my fluorescent tube of light that comes out through the crown chakra, down the spine, out the perineum center, and into the earth chakra center. I am aligned to all kingdoms of light. To my beloved, I am presence. To my higher self, to my loving heart, my soul, my heart. I am ready to experience the passion and love and joy of living in the beautiful, sacred, sexual frequency of loving relationships, of cosmic orgasms, simply in appreciation of myself and others. And so it is, and so it shall be. Inkoakia, sinakiakia. Good. So what we did there was we just brought in the energy of the golden rose, and with that the energy of the Magdalene and Yeshua energy, which is really the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine. And we were running that through the chakras, although we focused on the sacral and the heart. This is actually moving through all the chakras so that we can just create those changes that we need to, and mostly just to settle into our own magnificence and light. And you may still be feeling the energy moving. If you feel like there's a lot of energy running, what you can do is actually just bend over and dump it out. Or you can get up and move the body or shake or move around, because you'll find now for a little bit of time anyway, is a lot of this energy is going to be igniting from the sacral and into the chakra. And, you know, you kind of will just feel it as this vortex of energy kind of moving up. And then as it enters the heart, we're having this toroidal field that is actually creating a vortex coming to the front and the back of the heart. And that is also going to just ignite through the heart and through the back of the heart chakra in particular. It's going to open and expand the energy of the heart chakra, expand our capacities to love, but most expand our capacities to love and appreciate ourselves. All right. So that was just a mini activation. Great.
That was a mini activation. You guys just wait. That was absolutely beautiful, Anrita. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was lovely. I'm going to run an activation of clear your ex's energy and to get your keys back. A lot of us like give our keys to our heart, to like our first love. And so we're going to retrieve those keys. And I'm also going to clear out the energy from all of your exes, because when we are involved with somebody, again, we're picking up on their DNA and stuff, and we could be holding all of our exes' energy, even from past lives. So I'm going to clear that energy for you so that you can be clear of this. And while I do my work, I'm silent. So to allow you to do what you desire to do and to think about, and you don't have to, you can't do this wrong. Just allow your thoughts to go wherever they go. It'll be clearing your whole timeline, your past life, your genetics, and also be clearing you out of the collective consciousness energies of this. So just allow yourself to go into your heart or sit quietly and allow this energy. And what will happen over the next few days is it will continue clearing. You might not feel anything at all. And 3 days later, you might feel really emotional or just a little bit. Or you might not feel anything at all. And then all of a sudden, you just notice that you feel a lot better. And I hope you're one of those. It's much easier that way. Okay, so just allow your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And I'm going to be silent while I'm connecting into God energy and running this work. Thank you. So again, anybody, we could have given our keys to somebody that we don't even hardly know. That's definitely not somebody we want to have our keys. So you might receive one key back. You might receive hundreds, even thousands of keys back. But let's get your keys back. Okay, and we're now going to be clearing the energy of your exes, to clear all the energy out of your DNA, out of your vagina, out of your penises, out of all of your cells of your body. Anybody you've ever slept with, had sex with, been intimate with in any way. And what are keys? Keys are, have you ever heard the expression key to your heart? He has the key to my heart, or she has the key to my heart. Okay, this energy is going to continue running with you again over the next few days. So just allow it. If you feel a little dizzy, just ground yourself, maybe walk outside, or imagine you can put your feet in the soil or the sand. And again, in like 3 days, you might feel really emotional. Don't take it out on your partners. If you have to go screaming your pillow, it shouldn't be that bad right now, but it could, it could take a couple days and a lot of belief systems coming up. Just allow it to leave, and when it leaves, it doesn't return. And just breathe and connect and love. And again, on Saturday, we're really going to go into this stuff. I'm going to be running probably at least 10 activations, and I'm hearing there's going to be a couple new ones that I've never done before. So make sure you join us. And yeah, I'm good. So it's Saturday. To my list, I understand Michael did not send out the link to sign up for Saturday, and we'll be signing up. I'll have him send out the link tomorrow to get signed up for this class. And then tomorrow we also have an Empowered Healers class. And Anrita Anrita invited me to co-host this event in Glastonbury, England, you guys. I'm super excited. There's going to be 23 of us there doing work and connecting with people. And my new book, Out of the Mind Matrix, it will be there, and I'll have all 4 of my books there. And some of my artwork on t-shirts, if you want. And then also, I believe on that Monday, I'm going to be doing a Magic Land. It'll be a certified class to be working with the ley lines and the crystals and the temples and pyramids of the planet. So I'm really excited to be doing that. That'll be in person or online. So thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Tamra. That was lovely. I don't know why I've got an echo. But that was really beautiful. What I did is I put the link there just for now. If people want to go and have a look at the page, they'll find that under the Zoom webinar chat. So they can just pop across to see a little bit more about the sacred sexual healing activation on Saturday. And I'm the one that's truly so excited and delighted that I get to meet Tamra. I think it was really just divinely orchestrated that she's living in sacred Glastonbury at this time. So it couldn't be more perfect. And it's really good. It's going to be an amazing 4 days over the summer solstice as we do a whole lot of activations and transmissions and sonic alchemy and dance and torch ceremonies. So if you are in the area where you can get there, we would absolutely love to connect with you. And that was really very powerful, Tamra. So thank you. Thank you so very much for that. And we look forward to seeing you then on Saturday.
Bye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anrita. Sending you much love, sweetheart.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.